when I was a child, there were some big guys that, I mean, I met, fortunately, and as such, I wanted to own my own business, you know, because my dad had some friends who I always admired whenever they came around, especially there was this guy called JSK Siao, who was the founder of the Tata group. You know, I mean, whenever I saw him, I got really motivated to actually aspire to become, I mean, a businessman.
As a child, I had wanted to be a lawyer. And I wanted to be a lawyer because of how I saw the ladies well-dressed and going about their work so briskly and everything. It made me feel like, wow, I'd want to be a part of this. So I had wanted to be a lawyer.
When I was a kid, I was good at design, drawing, you know, always drawing something. And so I knew that I wanted to be a draftsman, an architect, something to do with housing, something to do with drawing. I didn't really know what I want. If I tell you that I wanted to be an architect, it's a lie. I wanted to do something with what I'm used to, drawing. So I knew that, and I was passionate about it. You do it not because of the money. If money didn't come to your mind, but as the other young men come around, F4, it's nice. Oh, F5, you're also encouraged to continue to do it. And so that's it. And I've grown to continue to do it.
Capital is very difficult to come by. I mean, for example, you know, there have been times that we really wanted to expand our business, you know, and I mean, the banks needed a lot of collateral, security, or whatever, you know, and there were times that, I mean, we didn't have. And also, the interest rates, you know, I mean, it's quite high.
My biggest challenge was at a time when I realized that it all seemed to be lost for me, and I felt that there was a need for me to revamp my business. And instead of falling on the banks, I ended up selling a few properties here and there and being able to resuscitate the company.
The challenge is the unknown tomorrow. But if you are really an artist, like I am, you're always happy with what you do. True. You don't see problems. You see success. You just see when you finish the design and people are looking at it, you look at it, and you are happy. That's it. As you grow and you have to do business, that's where challenge is coming.
I remember when I was in school, you know, I was a student trading. And I mean, the returns on, I mean, the investment that we did, I mean, the returns were not bad. So, I mean, my business grew very well, you know, but unfortunately, at that time, I hadn't registered a company, or I wasn't having a company, so a lot of the checks that I received from customers were paid into someone else's account, you know, and unfortunately, at the end of the day, this guy squandered all the money. The best decision or business decision that we've undertaken was when we built our own manufacturing plant.
My best decision, I would say, deciding to leave the airline and then focusing on my own business, because I was running both concurrently, sort of like I had my regular job and I had my business running as well. But with time, I felt that the pressure on the business was becoming too much. So I decided to take some time off. And after taking some time off, I realized that if I'm at the office most of the time, I certainly will make some great strides. So I decided that I was leaving the airline and to continue with my own business. And that has been the best decision I've taken. And the worst decision, I can't really think of any, because nothing really comes to mind now.
I think the best decision I made was to go into private business, because I was then working at Tropicana Advertising, which became Napado Advertising. And so I was very good in commercial art. Then it was all commercial art. Now it's graphic design. And from there I knew that, and I had a lot of customers coming to me. So I knew that if I had my own studio and all those people come to me, I'll do good business. So I went into it. Well, I wouldn't say my worst decision, because you take decisions, one takes decisions based on what comes to you. And sometimes the so-called worst decisions become challenges. If you surmount it, you learn from it. And from that, those lessons are also good. That's what I would say. Those lessons are also good. When you through a decision, you plunge yourself into a problem, and you are able to work yourself quietly with discipline out of the problem. You learn not to go back there.
You know, looking at where I've come from, I think that, I mean, serious guys, or especially the youth, can do very well, because I never ever thought that I'll be where I am now. But the thing is, opportunities, opportunities. I mean, if you attempt any business, get focused, be disciplined, must be credible, because you may not have the working capital or capital enough to, do your own business. You have credits from, suppliers, and at the end of the day, it's when you pay back, that's when also you can also develop your business. And I think, whatever you're doing, you should be focused. There'll be challenges, as I said earlier on. I lost everything, but that wasn't the end of the world. I think everybody should be, disciplined, honest, well-focused, and just be patient. Once in a while, you may have to take some risk. Taking risk means that at the end of the day, the dividend is quite big, but it should be reasonable risk.
To me, I feel that there is so much rush for them. They are always rushing to outdo themselves. Like on social media, creating an impression that they've reached, they are there and all of that. But they should tread carefully, because if you invest so much and you're all over the place, if you don't take care, when you fall big and you can't get up. But if you do it cautiously, yes, you should take risk, and then it should be calculated risks, okay? And see how best you go around your things properly. But just don't rush because others are doing it this way, so I have to outdo them, when you really haven't reached. Okay? When the time is right, nobody will tell you that, hey, you've gotten there.
Well, for me, personally, I hear that, oh, come and take money and start business. It's not good. You see, because of our makeup, because of our African makeup, when they give you money, and you are a media person, you hear it from the days of Buzia, they give people, come and take money for business. Nobody pays back, because it's a dash. But before you, for me, I've said it many times, before you go in to take a loan to start a business, the loan, you start a business with debt. How do you start a business with debt? No. You must be doing something, and then later on, as you do it, there are challenges, financial challenges. Then you go look for money to solve that problem, to make more money. Yes, but hey, you don't know what you're going to do. You write something on paper called business plan. You know that business plan is that paper. When you go into the field, it's different. Because let's say your business plan says that you need 2,000 cedis for fuel. But by the time you get there, fuel is 3,000. What do? You go back and borrow more? No. So it's better for you to start something that you have interest in. When you have interest and passion in something, when there are problems, you don't see the problems. No, you don't see it. In fact, people were don't you see this as a meaning? Because you don't see it. You see it as something that you have to overcome. But when you go to start business and say, yes, 10 million cedis, first you start to do some shoe, some nice coat. You must present yourself well. No, it's good. But then it becomes a debt. And you have records of them, plenty. People are, when money is shared by government for people to do business. And maybe only 10% will come out doing well. The rest, the money is finished. Because once money comes, money moves and it smells fine. And once you see it, you start dreaming of new ideas. If you can be disciplined, the word is discipline, and apply the money you borrow directly to the business that you want to do, fantastic.